Hey guys, Lee Woodrow here. I just wanted to do my first SUP review. So this is the Aqua 10.6 Pace. Okay, I bought this online. It cost £299. So to be honest, I'd probably give this out of 10, maybe a 7 out of 10, and I'll speak through some of the problems now. But it's definitely worth £299. So let's have a look. What you get with the package. You get the 3-piece paddle, which is adjustable, which is quite good, so you can adjust this to your height. It is an aluminium paddle. It will float if you drop it in the water, so you're not going to be losing it, but it is quite weighty, but for a beginner paddle, absolutely fine. The board itself, really good rigid construction. It gets pumped up to 15 to 17 psi. And in a moment I'm going to talk about one of the problems, because I think the pump is not adequate for the board, to be honest. So this is a 10'6", nice large board, and I have found that I can get 2 people on this. So I've had myself and my daughter on this board. She's 6 years old and she's just sat at the front with no problems. So I've taken this board out 5 times so far, no problems, but the only problem I would say is pumping the thing up. So, you know, I've read the reviews online and people saying that they can get this thing pumped up in 10 minutes. Yeah, I think you can get it pumped up in 10 minutes. But the amount of strain that you put into yourself using this single action pump is really quite hard. So maybe within 10 minutes you might be able to get it up to 10 psi, but to get to 10 to 15 psi using this style of pump, very hard. So, you know, I would suggest to Aqua possibly upgrade the pump and charge a little bit more money, because you might get some complaints in the future. One of the things which did go wrong, on the 4th inflation, this was the initial hose I had, and the hose burst off. Okay, you can see the fitting just came off the end there. So if we look inside here, it's just glued in there, and it popped off, and I would say that it's quite bad quality there. But I have heard lots of problems with pumps with different boards as well. On the front of this board, you've got this nice little carry handle, which is quite handy. I found that when I actually went into the sea, I wanted to take my flip-flops off, put them under here, which was quite handy. I've made, I mean, we've got really durable, hard plastic on the outside of this, or rubber, but the only damage I've done so far is just there. I've got a little nick on it within 3 weeks of owning the board. What else do you get? You get these 4 little cleats on here. So you've got some good solid stainless steel cleats which are on the board. I found these were quite handy. When my little girl was sitting on the front, she just held on to these, and there's 4 of those. So I think you can actually pop a seat on there if you want. So what else do you get with the board? You get the leash. So this is a coiled leash, so this is good for paddling in calm waters. I wouldn't go surfing with this leash. I would recommend you get a straight one. You get an extra fin. Well, that's not an extra fin, you get a fin. So this is the main fin, which goes in the middle of the board. And it's hard. This is rock hard solid. It's not soft and flimsy, so this really holds up, and I have found that the board does track really well in the water. You get a repair kit. Okay, and in the repair kit there's some glue and some patches, so I might need to use one of those on the side soon. Let's just go around and take another look at the board from this angle. But overall, I would give this a 7 out of 10. The board is okay. The pump is what's let it down. Oh, and one other thing. Now I've got this pumped up, and in my garden, I want to use this 5 times. Right? If you look at it, it doesn't seem quite straight. It seems like it's bowed a little bit. So maybe some of the better boards, the better quality boards, they're straighter than this. But for a beginner board, it's okay. I'm just going to show you the underside. So the underside, we've got the fin box, which you can see there, and then we've got these 2 smaller fins. So I would suggest, you know, when you've pumped this up and you've got the fin in, you don't stand on it. Make sure you get it into the water so it's nice and deep, so you can actually launch this without breaking any of the fins. But overall, a good beginner board. Now I've got the bug, I am planning on upgrading, so I'm probably going to buy another pump up board, but maybe a little bit more better quality. But yeah, it's okay. Lee Woodrow out. Thank you.